Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Let's have a little summary here, an update of what happened in a war between NATO and Russia and the Ukrainian front. That's where they met in Ukraine, NATO versus Russia. I will use a Ukrainian media outlet and a Russian map with some updates from both sides. So let's start with the Ukrainian side. Ukraine form. Ukraine's defense forces repelled 20 enemy attacks in Avdiivka sector. So it seems like Avdiivka is the hottest spot here, according to Ukrainians. Now, where is Avdiivka? Here is the map of Ukraine. This is the front where the NATO fights Russia. And Avdiivka is right here. It's the almost encircled town right here. So they're talking about this one, which is in Donetsk Oblast, right in the center of the contact, almost in the center of the contact line. In the Avdiivka sector, with the support of aviation, Russian forces do not stop attempts to encircle Avdiivka. The defense forces of Ukraine repelled 20 attacks in that sector over the past 24 hours. And I'm quoting, in the area of responsibility of the Tavria operational and strategic grouping of troops, the enemy keeps trying to encircle Avdiivka. Ukrainian soldiers firmly hold the defense, inflicting significant losses on the occupiers. The enemy's offensive actions east of Novokalinove, Avdiivka, and Pervomainske in Donetsk region were unsuccessful, where the defense forces repelled 20 attacks, the report says. So the Russians are still trying here in the center, and they are probably right here in Kupiansk. These are the main areas. The Ukrainians claim that they crossed the Dnieper River right here in Kherson, but probably we're going to get to that one too. So, in the past day, 60 combat clashes took place. In total, the enemy launched 2 missile strikes, 42 airstrikes, and 53 MLRS attacks on the positions of Ukrainian troops and settlements. Russian terrorist attacks led to civilian casualties. At night, the Russian occupiers launched another attack on Ukraine using 2 Kh-59 guided missiles and 3 Shahed 136/131 combat UAVs. Ukrainian air defense forces intercepted all the combat UAVs. All right, what about the Kh-59? The following areas came under Russian airstrikes: Chernihiv Oblast, Sumy Oblast, Kupiansk, Kharkiv region, then you have Luhansk, and basically in Donetsk. All of them, because we're going to go down to the Zaporozhye and see if in Kherson anything happened. More than 120 settlements in Chernihiv, Sumy, Kharkiv, Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporozhye, Dnipropetrovsk, and Kherson regions came under enemy fire. So they mentioned actually from Chernihiv, which is right here in the north, Sumy, Kharkiv, Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporozhye, Kherson. So the entire front, but they say the Russians also shelled this area right here, where there is no line of direct contact between troops. It says in the area of responsibility of the North, operational and strategic grouping of troops in the Volyn and Polisia directions, this is by Belarus, the operational situation remains without significant changes. And it says that in Sivershchinya and Slabozhanshchinya sectors, the enemy keeps a military presence in the border area, conducting active subversive activities in order to prevent the transfer of Ukrainian troops to threatening directions. So they keep them busy in this area, or in Belarus, which I don't think the Russians have anything over there anymore. They keep them busy here so they don't transfer troops to help where the active battles occur. Okay, to increase the density of mine and explosive barriers along the state border in Russia's Belgorod. So, in the area of responsibility of the Kortitsia operational and strategic grouping of troops, the enemy with their support aircraft conducted assaults in the area of Sinkivka, where 3 attacks were repelled by Ukrainian defense forces. Now in Liman, in the Liman sector, now we're going here by Kupiansk. We have Kupiansk here and you have Krasny Liman down here. So then we have also Liman here somewhere, which this map doesn't get. I think it's over there. But they're talking about usually about Kupiansk and Krasny Liman. So this area right here, this line. So in the Liman sector, the enemy did not conduct offensive assaults. In the Bakhmut direction, that's south of Liman, the enemy conducted unsuccessful assaults in Avdiivka, Donetsk region, where Ukrainian defenders repelled 11 attacks. So Ukrainian defense forces continued their assaults south of Bakhmut in Donetsk region. So these guys are going to update by going, how should I put it, north, northeast, east, southeast, south. So right now we are here in this region by Artemovsk, which is Bakhmut for the Ukrainians. So they moved from Liman, which was a little bit north, right here. Now they move right here to Artemovsk. Next one is going to go to Avdiivka. Then they're going to go to Marinka south. They're going to go to Shakhtarsk probably, and then they go to Zaporozhye and Kherson. That's how these guys roll. So let's see what these guys are saying, that they are attacking in the south, the Ukrainians. Let's see what the Russians say, but that's from yesterday. So let's see what they say. Battle Group Yug successfully repelled 2 attacks by Ukrainian troops of the 5th Assault Brigade using air and artillery strikes. So yes, this is a coincidence here that they say the same thing here, because they said Ukrainian defense forces continue their assaults south of Bakhmut in Donetsk region, inflicting manpower and equipment losses on the enemy and entrenching themselves on the achieved positions. Now we go south of that in the Marinka direction. Ukrainian soldiers repelled 14 enemy attacks in Marinka, Horhivka and Novomikhailivka districts in Donetsk region. So this is what they said in Marinka, and they jumped straight to Shakhtarsk. So Marinka and Avdiivka over there. Oops, welcome back. Curious George. All right there. You like my glasses? In the Zaporozhye direction. Jesus Christ. You can't do that. No, you can't do that. Awful. You can't do that. Everything that you're not supposed to, right? Everywhere you're not supposed to. You butt up. In the Zaporozhye direction, the enemy carried out assaults west of Verborne and Zaporozhye region without success. Now that's where they conduct the dead counteroffensive. And it says at the same time, the defense forces of Ukraine continue to conduct the offensive operation in the Melitopol direction, inflicting manpower. Now they're talking about this area where they say they had that counteroffensive right here, Melitopol direction and Berdyansk. This is it. But nothing happens there anymore. We're going to go to Kherson Oblast. They go straight to the Odessa in the area of responsibility of the Odessa operational and strategic grouping of troops in the Kherson direction. Ukrainian defenders maintain the recaptured positions on the left bank on the Dnieper River, are engaged in counter-battery warfare, inflicting fire damage on the enemy rear. So they say that they landed, the Ukrainian landed, across the Dnieper River here in Kherson, on the west bank, right here, in the Krinky area, right in this area here. Let's see what the Russians are saying. Ukrainian forces fired 13 shells at the village using artillery, and let's see what they downed here. Battle Group Dnieper hit 2 Ukrainian Masta-B howitzers. In addition, Russian air defenses shot down a Ukrainian Mi-8 helicopter. This is where so it's northeast of Kherson, the city of Kherson. And here is the Black Sea down here, and then is the Crimean Peninsula, just so you know where that is. Here is Odessa. So this is an update from these guys, and as I said, it's mostly the Ukrainians claiming things. NATO did not break the front, the Russians did not break the front either, and they're still shelling one another, killing Ukrainian nation. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.